What is up, viewers? My name is SDSK and welcome to SC2VN. This is a visual novel that a couple guys suggested to check out. It's about Starcraft and esports, and I don't know much else about it, so I guess we're going to find out in just a second. Before we begin, I just want to say thank you guys so much for the support on this channel recently. It's been absolutely amazing. And you know what? I can't think of a better way to initiate all the new subscribers than a really long video where I talk with really bad English and grammar, because I don't know how to read. And with that said, let's begin SC2VN. I don't know if that's how you say it. In SC2VN, you select a gender of the main character. Mock. I'm gonna go with guy. The choice will mostly impact how he or she appears. The story differences are minor. Now, select the main character. Alright, I'm gonna go with guy because that's who I am. Begin the story as a male character. Yes, I'm gonna place a main character. Oh my god, look at it. I don't know what's going on. There's a certain feeling that every Starcraft player gets before they lose. Most try to ignore it at first, as if the inevitable is just another challenge to fight through. Like their past mistakes don't count if they just try a little bit harder. See what I tell you, I can't read. It's a natural thing to believe otherwise. What? It's a natural thing. To believe otherwise contradicts the hours we spend practicing. Still, every player must eventually come to terms with the defeat. That they have to queue up for another game, or maybe that did I miss something? I don't know what's going. All right, anyway, that they have to queue up for another game, or maybe that they flew across the world for nothing. I haven't met many players that can take a loss in stride. It's painful, it's permanent, it's proof that your best isn't always enough. Long after my elimination, I remain at the PC with a blank look in my eye. Clicks shut. What? Clicks shoot through from my fingers as I leap from page to page. A tournament update mentions my defeat is in passing, but no one acknowledges it. When my frustration fades, I'm left with only guilt. I should have practiced harder. Alright. I don't know about StarCraft. I don't want to say this. I don't know about StarCraft eSports. I believe this game takes place in South Korea. I'm not 100% sure. I did have someone who was visiting me, like a friend, come, and then they checked out this game. So I don't know. We did start a brand new game. I don't know if they did anything that I missed. But esports is absolutely amazing. So I mean, I went from page to page there. So I don't know if anything I missed. If I did, I will try to edit it into the video. If you don't see anything happen, then I'm just leaving it as it is. But esports as a general, occasionally I'll take breaks in my visual novels, as you'll come to find out if you've watched any of my visual novels before, or walkthroughs of my visual novels before. Not my visual. This is a long. It's very hot right now. Okay, I can't talk very well. Basically, whenever I play visual novels, I take breaks occasionally to just give you a piece of my mind. And I want to talk about esports real quick because it is absolutely amazing. I mean, there are so many esports that are just crazy, and they bring gaming to like the mainstream. And I know gaming is already mainstream, but to be fair, it is still a niche market, and it brings it to like the X Games and ESPN, and esports is really putting gaming out there. So esports is amazing. I don't know much about StarCraft, but I know that Call of Duty is really big. I know Smash was a big one point. I have a couple friends who are really big into Smash, like professionally, not like I don't know if it's still in esports or not. But let's just continue. I'll collect my thoughts again, and then we'll take another break. I consider sticking around to watch the final few games, but the knot in my stomach persuades me to avoid any more stress. People are nice enough to a foreigner with the heart to attempt a Star League qualifier. Wait, what? People are nice enough to a foreigner with a heart to okay. But without a win, I'm just one more in a long line of losers. Do I have water? Hold on. Alright, I have water. Hundreds spend their best years chasing the esports dream. 1 in 50 makes it. This is for those that don't. Alright. very interesting. Oh! Every game of Starcraft begins the same. Gather resources, train a worker, construct a building, rally an army, defend a base, contest the map, turn something small into something more. The game is punishing, it's stressful, it's draining, it builds you and tears you down. That is really loud, I think. Possibly. I'm gonna turn that down. Whoa! The game just disappeared. I'm playing it full screen, which kind of messes up. The game is punching. I already read that. What the hell is going on? Is it really loud still? I don't know. I don't know if it's loud or not. Okay, let's continue. Wow. All right. How many more chances am I gonna get? Was that my last? Oh, the feeling is back. Nah. Aha. Why am I still trying? Why can't I quit? My fist rattles at the desks and sends a plastic bottle onto the floor. Ready? Sound effects. Oh, snap! I knocked over my bottle. With my chin in hand, I throw myself into the match replay. I open the menu, escape, or check. All right, I force down a measured breath. Losing a throwaway ladder game shouldn't bother a player of my rank. Scout denial and my poor control of the last fight gave my opponent the edge. In retrospect, my mistakes seem obvious. I toyed with the conclusion that he was hacking before realizing that I'm just making excuses. No, I should have been able to win that one. It's true, that's the number one thing. If I ever lose a game in Call of Duty, I know the enemies are hacking. It's just common knowledge, really. So I'm sure Starcraft players think the same exact thing. I'm gonna bring the volume back up just because I feel like we need to have some kind of volume in the background that's not just me talking or going. Alright, let's continue. Despite the Grandmaster badge next to my handle, I find myself too anxious to queue up for another game. The loss at the Victory Star League qualifier earlier today isn't helping my mindset. I comb my tiny room with a look restless and unmotivated. Why is that keep out post? I can't. So you can't see my mouse, so I'm like pointing at nothing, but why is that keep out poster inside the room? Isn't that supposed to be on the door? And this room is extremely empty. Like, he has no clothes. Did he just move in? How does he have no clothes? But his PC is like freaking beast. You said that right? Good lord. His setup is like beast. And is he sponsored by G Fuel? What is that? On his desk? This is insane. I don't know what's going on. Starcraft players must be making bank. But they probably only wear their jerseys because they have no other clothes. Sitting alone in the dark room for extended periods of time is incredibly depressing. A fact I learned only when it comes to only when it became a significant part of my life. Only one thing is certain. I've got to get out of here. Oh snap, I'm hitting the town. After double checking that my apartment's door is locked, I hustle down the stairs and onto the sidewalk. Light grows with each step towards the shining skyline. Oh my god, that's beautiful. Catchy pop beats and posters of flawless models dominate street after street. Foot traffic is thick and impatient. Seoul Tower stands tall from a distant hilltop. But even the lingering excitement of life in a faraway place can't dredge me? I think that's read that right. Me out of hopelessness. Sometimes, especially on days like this, I regret pursuing eSports. It's a thought I've had more times than I'd care to admit since coming to South Korea. Even saying that, I know that I can't keep myself from competing. It's in my nature, and truth be told, this damn game is the only thing I'm good at. What is Starcraft? Some respond to that with an explanation in its game mechanics or storyline. There are other popular answers too. It requires the dexterity of a pianist alongside the strategic thinking of a chess player, which is true. Starcraft is a very difficult. I can't play Starcraft for shit because I suck at every game, and Starcraft is like way above my IQ level for games. Maybe that's what. See, all I can do is visual, because I just press buttons and go, whoop, boop, read sentence that I can't read correct, boop, next one, boop. I don't know why I said boop. Maybe that's what Starcraft is to most players, but to the hundreds who carve out a living on it, Starcraft isn't such a simple thing. It's the embodiment of competition, a perfect playing field. No need for athletic genes, rabid parents, tutting tutors or expensive summer camps. You pick up the game on your own. You learn, you improve, you work. If you're good enough, you can become a god. That's right. Everyone just becomes a god. And if you fail, you can stay a nobody. That's a little bit depressing. I'm going to increase the volume once again, just so that you guys don't hear just me talking. I'm not building towards a long-term career. I'm friendless in a foreign country. I'm respected by no one. And if I don't qualify for the VSL next month, I'll be back home at square one. I'll be nothing. But hey, at least I play video games all day. I do too, buddy. I do too. I know what you're talking about. I know your shoes. Oh, that's what I look like. Oh, snap. Mom, are you completely sure you haven't forgotten anything? Do you have enough money for the cab when you land? Are you sure that the apartment got your money? Is your cell phone charged? You bought an extra charger, didn't you? Right. Mom, I'm fine. Please, nothing bad is going to happen. I can't speak.
Remember, there won't be anyone to do your laundry, cook your meals, or wake you up when you oversleep. Budget well, and you'll have 2 months. I won't hear anything about a loan for the flight home.
It takes effort to keep a frown from my face. I'm certain that my parents came to see me. What? I'm certain that my parents came to see me off only so that they could say they did. I've already sunk the entirety of my savings into this. Now isn't the time for second thoughts. My dad gestures towards the security line and taps his watch twice.
Go on. The sooner this is over, with the better.
Sooner this is over, with the better. Oh, come on. Oh, fuck. God dang it. I can't read. Oh, come back in one piece, hon. Nothing comes when I think of how to respond. So I only nod. Without another word, my parents walk away. That's kind of depressing. But I guess here's the thing. A lot of people, you understand, not just esports. YouTube is very similar. That for parents of the past generation, it's very hard for people to fathom the idea. Not everyone's like that. There are some that are on board or know exactly what's going on, but it's a lot harder for parents to fathom the idea of making a living or making money or from playing video games. Like, first of all, a lot of people just think video games are stupid and pointless and shit like that. But when it comes to like making money and making a living off of it, that's just the complete, like, you're speaking Latin. You're an alien from gaming Mars, and you have to fight like hell. Doom reference right there.
He has to make his own mistakes.
That's. I'm glad I chose like a deep, like, Kratos voice for the dad. This reminds me.
Don't be sorry. Be better.
I tighten my fist, pace quickening. Even though I want to prove everyone who has doubted me wrong, I'm tired of losing for no one's sake but my own. Did I read that correctly? With the sun long set, overhead signs watch the street in color. I've wandered so far that a walk back to my apartment could take almost a half hour. My renewed drive to practice my craft drives my search for a place to play. It's not long before I find the words I'm looking for. PC Bang. That sounds not like what I would imagine. PC Bang. Just sounds a little weird to me. I don't know. I know there are like in South Korea and I think Japan have like these like restaurants or like these booths, basically just buildings where you can go and play video games like League of Legends and stuff. To be fair, there's one near my house also, so I can't really say just in South Korea or Japan. Let's just continue. The amount of foot traffic suggests it's a pretty popular internet cafe. That's what they're called. Internet cafes, not places where you go and sit on your ass and play video games. A sign on the front window reads Golden Zone Fire. Though I've only visited them a few times, the PC Bangs are one of the things that interested me most about Korea when I first got into Starcraft. Dunking in what? Dunking it out, or duking it. I can't read. Guys, help me. I need reading lessons. Ducking it, duking it. Fuck's sake. Duking it out for championship status of a neighborhood is old school cool, like the type of western where a sheriff defends his turf against upstarts and outlaws. You know what? You guys can just read the screen. I will just hit enter. It's like playing the game for you. You just read it. How about that? That's better? No? Alright, I'll keep reading. It's an ideal that's a little bit dated these days. Most Starcraft 2 competition takes place either online or in broadcast studios. I'll admit, I've daydreamed of being born a decade earlier and playing the original esport, Brood War, or Brood War? I don't know. During its rise alongside the PC bang. A better time, or so they say online. I don't know if you guys know this, but one of the, like, WASD, like, for moving and stuff, which was, like, what everyone just knows is how to move in video games, like first-person shooters on PCs, like WASD, like, that's just a preset. There's a great article, I forget what website it was on, I found it on Reddit, but it was, like, a great article about how that came to be. It's about an esports player, I believe he was a Doom or Quake player, or maybe both. He was one of the first people that really popularized WASD, and in fact at the time everyone was experimenting, but what most people would do is like the arrow keys and the mouse, which is a really weird way to hold or like play first-person shooters on PC. But there was actually a game that they mentioned in the article that was like one of the first games that actually had WASD as just the preset keys, and everyone shat on the game and was like, "That's so stupid. Why would you put WASD? That's like stupid. Go back to arrows." And like fast forward like 10 years, or no, I think 15 years, and everyone's using it, and anything other than WASD is like absurd. I don't know. I thought that was really interesting. I'll try to find the online article, and I'll leave it linked down in the description below if I can. If I can't find it, I apologize. I trundle up the stairs and pass through the doorway, immediately struck by the size of their place. There has to be at least 80 computers. It must be an extremely hot room. Similar to my room right now. It is steaming hot. Wow, it is really humid in here. I'm sweating, guys, from talking and sitting in a room with a really loud PC. The crowd is far too large for an ordinary evening. There are more people than there are PCs even. I indulge my curiosity on the first person I see, a dark-haired guy observing a match of SC2 from... Oh! That's what SC2VN is. Starcraft 2 visual novel, I think. I don't know, maybe I just made that up. Indulge my curiosity in the first person I see, dark-haired observing a match of Starcraft 2 behind someone's shoulder. Excuse me, is there an event going on? The guy turns, looks at me like I'm speaking something other than Korean. After a brief silence, he responds, "Are you new or something? How have you not heard of All Out Attack?" "Yeah, I am new, just asking." He hums and glances away for a moment, though he doesn't apologize. He does fill me in. Golden Zone Fire hosts a Starcraft 2 tournament called All Out Attack once a month. It's one of the few places you'll find a decent player outside of an online cup or Star League. I used to be a Brood War tournament. What? I used to be a Brood War tournament, actually. I see. Thanks, man. Who are you here to cheer for? He only stares in response. The guy walks away with a shake of his head, mumbling something about foreigners. The back of his shirt sports the Korean Pro Gamer Association logo. Oh, he must be a Brood War fan. None of the Starcraft teams under KPGA's regulation compete in anything except the original game Brood War. Understandably, they don't want to fracture a scene they've worked hard to build up. I know esports is a very interesting thing. I know so what some people do is like esports has a thing. There's like they have like their own like TV or not. They have their own websites like esports.tv or something. And some people, when they get signed on by them, you're not allowed to stream on any other website like YouTube or Twitch. You're just not allowed to do it. And then there's also just like certain companies or certain like teams or like for example, I don't know if Call of Duty does it, but like if you're a Call of Duty streamer and you get signed on to a certain team, there are some teams that like the rules are that you can't stream any other games because you have to be focused on your game. I don't know. It's throwing facts out there. It's weird. Esports is really like serious. It's not just like a silly little thing. It's actually really cool and really intense. Let's go. And that's lucky for those of us trying to keep from drowning in a game that's already deep with talent. KPGA's. I hope there's no like abbreviation like KPGA or something, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you stupid bitch! Learn it right." You're gonna talk about. KPGA's players train for unbelievable hours. Well, I came here to practice, and now I'm presented with an excellent chance to do so. So, if what that guy said is true, a few stares follow as I walk toward to put my name on the sign-up list. I must look like a tourist in over my head. I'm definitely not the first foreigner to go abroad for esports, but most come to South Korea only once they have have results or fame. After paying for an hour's worth of PC time at the front desk, I settled for a station that has a mouse, a keyboard, similar to my setup back home. A few minutes later, I joined my opponent's game lobby just in time for the start of the first round. His name isn't familiar, so I check his profile to see he's ranked midway through Master League. Not bad for a casual player. He seems eager enough by the rate of his spamming "go go" in the pre-game chat. The game gets underway once I confirm that I'm ready. Okay. Oh. I might lower the volume just a little bit, just because I feel like it's going to go in the background. Workers, minerals, Vespin gas, and a command center. I start out every match with only these resources at my disposal. It's my job to turn them into something that can defeat my opponent. Generally, that means I need to build structures capable of training units for my army. My build order determines how many end of the how my end of the matchup plays out. What? My build order determines how my end of the matchup plays out. I don't know what that means. This game, I've opted for a quick Hellion attack. Healing. You know words, you know? Use them, dude. Anyway. I don't know the terminology. Not only will it offer a chance to deal some damage to my opponent, but it will also allow me to scout. But it seems I don't have much to worry about. My opponent went for a greedy build order, focusing entirely on his economy instead of his army.
Unfortunately for him, the match isn't going to last long enough for that risk to pay off.
My Hellions make short work of his single queen and handful of Zerglings. You hear those sound effects, dog? They're real copyrighted music they're using. With its front line out of the way, I'm free to rush into his mineral line and roast his workers. So then, he just roasted them. Not like with a flamethrower, he just went like, "Oh, you call those shoes? They look stupid, dude. You look like a fool." Boom, roasted. Denying him the resources he needs to muster an army. More sound effects, you know? Hear that? That's firing shots. That's a horse. Facing down a marine reinforcement, it's not long before my Zerg opponent types out the 2 letters GG. Easy. Sweet. As soon as the victory screen displays, anxiety floods out of my body. His Starcraft is intense. It is an exaggeration to say that there is never a moment to relax until the match is over. Bristling with confidence, I check up to my next opponent. And it's XSL? What? I draw my lips in a line and let my shoulder slouch. Well, that's the end of the tournament run. SL is one of South Korea's strongest Terran players. He's well known for his old school cred, balanced playstyle, and friendly banter. He's lost in the round of 8 of what? He's lost in the round of 8 in the last season of VSL. A respectable finish. It's not, if not, a high-paying one. Oh yeah, because you get paid stuff because they make millions. From what I remember, SL, I'm gonna say that SL, was a damn good Brood player. But he was out of his prime when the sequel hit last year, so it makes sense that he switched. While I'm considering what sort of rush I should do to steal a win, I feel a tap on my shoulder and turn. I said, "Huh? So you're a foreigner? I don't know how to do a South Korean accent." And find none other than the man himself standing there. This is a bit surreal considering that I've followed SL's play for about as long as I've been into Starcraft. Luckily, his nonchalant manner disarms my surprise. "Yeah, I think we play next round. I'm Mock a Terran." He misses a beat before regaining his smile. Likely surprised that I understood and then answered him. "Yeah, I saw you won your game. Not bad." I'll go with a British accent because that's the only one. "It's not common to see foreigners at all-out attack. Are you on a team?" "I'm not." "Oh no, I'm not. I'm trying to find one though. I'm sure you know how that goes." Again, I grin stupidly, which SL doesn't seem to mind. He pauses to scratch his cheek before responding. "What? Why would you?" "Well, good luck. Don't expect another easy match." "You too. I mean, thanks." God damn it. At least he laughed. My stress become from before is mostly gone. If I lose, big deal. If I'm expected to lose. If I win, I boot Excel. I don't know. Excel? Like a spreadsheet? Is that his name? I wouldn't be surprised, but sure. I'm still chewing over which cheese I should perform before finally deciding just to play standard. I shouldn't squander the rare chance to practice against a top player. He and I banter back and forth in the pre-game lobby for a bit before the game gets underway. You know what, guys? That's gonna be it for now. Because that was a long episode and shit. I don't know why I said and shit. It was a long episode, I think. I don't know how long it's been. 27 minutes, 20... Oh, there it is. 27 minutes and 36 seconds. Not gonna lie, I nailed that. 27 minutes, guys. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. If you guys want to see more of this and this visual novel or just any visual novel, let me know with a comment below and I'll gladly continue. And I'll remember to drink a lot of water and read a lot of books. I'm actually reading a book right now. It's called Song of the Deep. It's freaking great. It's about the game. It's not about like behind the scenes of the game. It's actually like the story of the game in a book form. It's really good. I definitely recommend it if you're into reading. I love video games. I don't read. But anyway, thank you guys. Like I said at the beginning of the video, it has been awesome. Just the support on this channel has been just insane and unreal, and I really do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for all the support. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to like and favorite below. Subscribe if you guys are new for awesome videos. My name is SDSK, and I will see your beautiful faces on the flip side. Stepping out of the house. Don't know what I said there.